I guess this is part 4 of my liberal rant. You know, they never let me describe it the way in which it needs to be described. They're trying to prevent me from speaking it right now because they really don't want it to be as bad as it is. You know, I talk about them taking over the system, but they've been in control of the system since the 1930s. Like, they have ran Hollywood and the mouthpiece of America, which is basically Hollywood and has been Hollywood for like 120 years. Really 100 years. Liberals have ran Hollywood for 100 years, and they've been nepotistic for that long. And I think it's just one ploy after another to be nepotistic with the means of production. Because they always talk about taking over the means of production, but I don't ever remembering them not having the means to production. And they always end up producing things and making a shit ton of money with it. Because, I don't know, it's like movies. I mean, a lot of people get paid, but what are you actually making? I mean, stories are important. I think they're important, but it's not necessarily like hard equity. It's not real equity. You know, but we're always describing it. They always make white people describe it as, oh, they just took over. Like, they just did that. Like, that just happened. But in reality, they've had that for 100 years. This liberal has been in charge for 100 years. Those black people have been a part of that party for basically since before they were slaves. And they always try to blame us. They're like, Republicans were the... I'm glitching over here. The Republicans were the slave owners. And we weren't. That was the Democratic Party. They're constantly blaming us for stuff that they are actually to blame for. And they always have it described. They always want us to describe it as we just been usurped. But what we are is the poor white, and we've been here for fucking probably like 1,000 years. We've been here for how long? I don't know. We're poor white, and we've been here forever. And we're middle class. We're poor white middle class, and we range between the very bottom and the middle class. And you people swear to us, but you're the same people that ruled us when we were in Europe. Those liberals that tell those black people that they're entitled and privileged, because they are entitled and privileged. Like, this black person thinks there's not poor people in Europe, that there wasn't poor people in Europe 1,000 years ago, that the class and they love to put race into it. And they love to put race into it because they don't want to talk about a class struggle, especially a class struggle between poor white and rich white. You know, if they could put race into it, they could. It's two-part. It's one part not wanting to fix it and wanting to maintain their power and control over us, and two-part not wanting to confess their crimes. And I hate this, Jew, but you know what they've taught us about you isn't true. I've been doing my research, and you are complicit in the system just as much as anybody else. You know, those laws that forbade you from doing certain types of work, they ended fucking many years ago. Many of them have. You know, and I understand, you know, the laws and the way in which things were constructed and the outlawing of usury, you know, gave you a certain opportunity, I would say over other people, but I understand what it is. In order for me to tell you what it is, I'd have to explain what the Jewish ghetto is and the Jewish history. And it starts a long time ago when the Jews were kicked out of Israel. Honestly, you shouldn't have killed Jesus, and you deserved it. And you know, a bunch of cowards that always want to cover their asses and they want to be Machiavellian, and they get to the point where they're a bunch of snakes that don't trust anybody. And then it becomes one snake trying to outsnake another, and the last coward with a knife is usually the one that wins. And there's a lot of that. And then there was a lot of, I don't know, other things. It was like that example outside of the walls of Jerusalem where they killed a bunch of people that were cowards or traitors. And it's like this snake shit that was going on that nobody knew what was going on, and all of a sudden you were in a rebellion. And, you know, you killed all the snakes amongst you, but you're still trying to protect the city itself and the temple and the Holy Land. And you're like, ah, shit, I don't like them, and I don't like you, Roman. Just one of those things. I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm going to put an end to it. And that's mostly what the Romans probably thought, because you guys went mad. You guys went absolutely fucking mad. And he's like, I have the secret. I know what happened. I know exactly what happened. Yeah, and your blood. You have blood all over your hands. And you want to be close to it, but you already have blood to your hands. And the closer you get to it, the madder you become because you are guilty. You have blood on your hands. Ha ha, he, I know. becomes a city of death and violence. It's like when you guys go bad, you guys really go bad. And God does not spare you. And maybe it has something to do with you perhaps being his own people, the chosen people, or something. I don't care. I'm Gabriel, so I didn't choose you, and I give a fuck about you. That's on God. If that's what it is, that's what it is. But I don't think that's a. He has a special place in his heart for you. He will destroy you if you don't do what he tells you. I'm different. See, he don't hit me with his hat because I'll fuck him up. Just like that guy in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That incumbent. It's like between him and Archie Bunker. It's like if him and Archie Bunker had a baby. That's what God's kind of like. I knew him as a man. He was alright. I'm better. They thought I was really cool when I was like 23. Like, I liked you when you were 23. I liked you when you were 22. Yeah, you liked me when I was less intelligent and did what the fuck you told me. You don't like me with agency and my own sense of morals and values, which they're above yours. I mean, I used to have your morals and values, and I evolved past them, and you never evolved past those morals and values. And yet you think my new morals and values are somehow less than what my values were when I was 21, 22, and 23. And I'm almost 20 years older than that. Much wiser, much more intelligent, in many ways much more healthy. I started doing stretches and yoga. But you're not going to see it. You're not going to hear it. Maybe it's because I've evolved so far past you that you don't understand what I'm saying anymore. But you never really did. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that intelligent white people like myself, like people who play these type of video games, like Total